I guess what I like about projects is when I'm told that they're impossible.
I was between projects at the time. I love teaching, and it was a really interesting idea to teach a group of students how to make a movie while making an entire feature film.
If we want to enable students to have a career in this industry, let's give them a head start. Let's do a commercial project that is done at a high standard and gives them a credit that they can show the rest of the world.
It was extremely ambitious. I knew that we would get it done, but whether or not it would be good enough to actually sell, I think that was not the original purpose. But I knew at an early stage when we got the script and it was really turning out and we started to attract big actors. I mean, the entire cast is so talented. There came a point before we started shooting where we realized this actually could be a very successful movie.
Well, I didn't even really notice that you guys were students until like the third day. I'm like, oh, we're in a school, this is student, because you guys are so professional.
Hired a couple construction people to come in and a foreman, but all of the building was student labor and faculty labor.
There was a handful of us that were there pretty much every day working on set construction, and we were constantly trying to get everybody else to be there too.
Are you telling me we have a crew of 5 or a crew of 30?
Is communication not working?
No, it's working. It's working now.
This cast is expecting it to be a professional movie. I hope we can pull this all off and not, have it all blow up in our faces.
Matt Connors is the AD.
So Hi, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Coming on board and interviewing as an assistant director, like I can do this, I can maintain discipline, I can keep people happy. I sort of was saying that, and I didn't really know if I actually could do that.
It didn't seem like people were starting at ground level. It felt like people had a pretty good grasp on what they were doing, and they just needed some coaching or teaching in certain spots in certain areas at certain times.
As far as keeping my own confidence going, I think continuously trying to do a good job, trying to learn.
Day one, there's not really words to describe day one. You don't have much time to think about, I'm a student, I'm about to make a feature film. Dang.
Yeah, just seeing everybody so excited to be there, and attitudes were good. Like, even though people were nervous about the first day, people stepped up and they did what they needed to do. And as each department did what they needed to do, things began to roll, and we thought, okay, maybe we can make a film together.
Right on set.
Let's roll sound.
Pause speed.
Roll camera.
B-rolling.
B-rolling.
Scene 12A, take 1.
Action!
Inevitably, we fell behind.
Not only did we have to get up to the 5 pages per day, but we needed to catch up on all the days that we were behind. So we started to feel a lot of pressure by the end of the first week.
It's been a long day, okay?
Unfortunately, today we took, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, maybe a step and a half back.
We had job titles, but we were wearing so many different hats. It was like, there's a problem. I should probably be solving that.
But then the second week, everyone became professional.
Everyone's been really, really great, and I've genuinely, truly enjoyed working with Rob. He's been just a huge part of why this project has been so great so far.
Honestly, I mean, it's really impressive because it's moving, I think, very well. I think that's something that I'm quite impressed with, that as for a student crew, everybody's great.
I remember just being so impressed with all of my classmates, with all the students on set, because I was really pretty nervous about how well we'd be able to execute, but everybody was so much more prepared than I expected them to be, and it was really cool to see my classmates step up in that way.
They learned a lot, and I could see that, and they were just gung-ho for anything, and it's definitely one of the best crews I've ever worked with.
I've been so impressed with the crew on this film because I've never heard one person complain, ever. These kids are still going to school, still doing term papers, still working 12 to 14 to 16 hours a day on this project.
I was gonna say you guys are like the future of filmmaking, but I would say since you're already making like a really incredible movie, you're more like the present of filmmaking. So
I think it was one of the most amazing professional experiences that I'll ever have, or anybody could ever have.
Red Line changed all of us.
You got so much closer because you saw what people were going through and how they did overcome those personal obstacles for everybody else.
I think the fact that it has turned out is a testament to how hardworking these students are and how good this school is.
Thank you, everybody. That's a wrap!